let's jump right in so that we can quickly cover the 10 plus new things that have just been launched in Canva. So if you want to take your business and your brand to another level using Canva specifically, this is a good way to get started. So if you're looking to utilize Canva in the building of your brand and your business, I will be walking you through a couple of things that you can do today. And more importantly, I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of the new updates that have just been released inside of Canva. Now, these updates, many of them, I've not interacted with them. So you are going to literally be seeing me walk through many of these updates for the first time ever. So let's jump right in without further ado. All right. So let's look at the first one here. So this is a document I got from Canva. So the Canva gave us this file because I'm one of Canva's, so to say, champions, the people who talk about Canva. So Canva gave me this file. And when I started looking through it, I kind of saw a lot of things and I was like, wait, if we can actually look at some of these things on a live stream rather than doing a video and then doing many videos to cover them, we'll probably be able to walk through a lot of them. So let me walk you through so let's start with video. Now for video, there are a couple of new updates that have just happened to video. One of them is what is called video switcher. Now, what does video switcher mean? I'm going to come to this live stream here. So this particular file that you will see here, I'm using this file specifically just for this live stream. So by the end of this live stream, I'm going to actually post the link into the group. And okay, an idea just entered my mind now. So what I'm going to do is I can actually open up the access to this link that anyone with the link can actually jump on the link with me. So for this live stream, I'm going to copy this link and then I'm going to put it in the comments. So that means that if you want to, you can actually join the file and we can work together in the file. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So first thing first, let's look at what Canva calls video switcher. Now, if I play it here, what it means on desktop, this is what it means. So it means you can switch between videos like this and you can use the zoom out tool. Now, let me show you what it means, what I understand that to mean. So let's say you have your video. So I'm going to come to this tab here. I'm going to click on videos and I'm just going to place a couple of videos. So this is an aerial shot. I'm going to select this. I'm going to set this as background. And then let's go to the second page. Let's say this here. I'm going to select this. I'm going to set this as background. Now we have page 1 and page 2. A couple of updates that I particularly noticed is this one here, duration. This duration kind of taps. So it means you can work on a video file as well as a slideshow at the same time. So what it does is if you click on without the duration on, you probably may not be able to, you can only switch between pages like this. But once you can see it has page 1, page 2 down here. But if you tap this duration, what happens is it turns it into a video timeline. So I believe that's what Canva is trying to explain, that there's now a video switcher. So you can switch between one file type to another file type when it is. Now, in order to understand that, let me do a little bit of something here. Let me start a new file, create a new design. Let me see if I use a portrait. Let me see if I use a portrait here. That is, if I try a portrait. So let's type reel. Let's see what's going to happen. So if I choose Instagram reel, it's going to create a new file. Now, this new file here, let's see if you can switch between this as well. Okay, so it works here. So that's a reel. I'm going to close that out and I'm going to use a non-video file. So let me just type portrait. Let me see what's going to happen. Banner portrait, online portfolio portrait. I'm not getting what I'm looking for. So let me go back to home and then let me type portrait here. So let's see. Portrait. So custom size. Let's say create a design. Let's type portrait again. Oh no, let me just type status. Like WhatsApp status. Good. So now this is a WhatsApp status. and this is a status file. There is no video element to it. So if I tap on this design here, there is no video element to it. So how do you make that into a video? Let me add this page here, and let's see. If you tap on these show pages down here, it can help you switch from one page to the other. And if you tap this duration here, you can see, I think that is what Canva is referring to, that now you can switch between videos and you can switch between normal documents. So I started off this file with a normal, just WhatsApp status, but now I've gone from the normal WhatsApp status to turn it into a video. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So that's first thing here, video switcher, and then flow transition. Now let's look at flow transition. I'm going to come back to this Canva live stream, and for this live stream, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let me add some things on the page. Let me kind of create some things on this page, and then on page 2, let me add this to page 2. Now, how it works, how flow works as flow transition is, of course, in order to add transition to your video, you need to move your mouse between the 2 pages that you have, and then you click on this transition option here. If you click on that transition option here, this is the new one that has just been introduced, this flow. And if I tap on it, you can choose the direction with which you want your videos to flow. So you can go from up to down. I can go from down to up. I actually like the flow because what my observation from this flow is basically that if you go from page 1 to page 2, so I'm going to move it slowly. What you see is if you go from page 1 to page 1 dissolves into page 2, and then the elements added to that page kind of becomes animated. Exactly. That's what I think is happening. So if I play this video here, you see this video go 11 seconds. That's very long. So you see it here, and then it goes. You see. So what I'm noticing is there is a dissolve or a fade in between the background and the elements kind of flow in. So that's what I'm noticing with that. And I think that's a good thing. And I think that's really, really a good thing, because with that, after you animate all your objects, you can now animate the pages. So you will not need to spend a lot of time animating the pages. The pages basically take care of themselves because you are using flow. And I think that's a good one. So let's move on from there. Let's look at another new update when it comes to video, is motion effect. For this, I'm not sure I have it yet. So let me look at it. So let's click on this. Motion effect. In order to find motion effect, you will probably need to go under animate. So let's click on animate. So this is create an animation. There's no motion effect here. But let's say I want to animate this. So if I drag this way, and I drag it back this way, let's look at what that is going to look like. So this is a little bit of what Canva recently introduced, which is creating your own custom animation. And that allows you to create any animation of any type that you want. But again, the way it works is you have to be mindful of the fact that you have to move your file before you open up that tab of create animation. So that will be very, very vital. Let me create a blank page without a background that doesn't use a video background. So let's say we have this red here. No, let's use a yellow so that we can see it clearly on screen. And I hope that you're still with me. Now, if I tap on this here, let's say you want to create a video where you want to talk about maybe your product. Let's look for your product. So let's say your product is a cream. So let me search for a cream here. Let's look for a video. And you can see this here. This is about 30 seconds. I like this actually. So let's say this is about 30 seconds. Now this video is about 14 seconds. Quick tutorial on how to utilize videos in Canva. Edit video is where you come and you can remove the background of the video. You can adjust your video color. You can adjust anything you want to adjust in your videos. You can add filters. The same way you add filters on Instagram, the same way you add filters on WhatsApp status, that's the same thing that you can do here. Now, the second part here is the duration of the video. This is the one that I like to use the most because it allows you to control how long the video can last. So you can drag it right here and you can say done. Third is this playback. This playback here allows you to control the speed of your video, so you can make your video loop forever. That means if your video comes on screen, your video is just going to be looping and looping and continues to loop. And if you turn that off, if you click autoplay in a presentation, it means if you open up this video in a presentation, once you land on the page of the video, it's just going to start playing automatically. So you won't need to have to go click on play. So if you are going to be using autoplay in a presentation, it means if you are designing a presentation, you need to also be mindful of the fact that if you go to their page, you will have to keep quiet for the video to play for you. So that's very important. But the most important thing I need to show you here is that we can now speed up and reduce the speed in Canva. So you can reduce the speed of your video, and you can also increase the speed of your video right here. So I'm going to undo that. And then let's look at that's motion effect, right? So again, I can't find motion effect because it's not yet available to me. But perhaps you might check your account. You might check your own Canva account, and you might just be able to find the animate, the motion effect right there. But if I play this video here and show you what it does, you will see that it's actually very interesting. So let me play that to you. I actually like the animation. That's a good one. It'll probably make work easier for those of us who use Canva for videos. And personally, I use Canva for a lot of videos. And when I say a lot of videos, I mean a lot of videos actually. And a lot of videos. Okay, so another new feature in Canva is now Canva has increased the audio limit to 50. That means that you can do all kind of magic that you want to do underneath your video. Well, how to use that? It's basically to come under audio here, turn on your audio, add all the soundtrack you want to add. So let me look for a soundtrack that I've used that I tend to like a lot. This is the Don't. Okay, so if I tap on that, you can see it right here, and you can move it. You can add it to anywhere you want to add it to. But I'm going to undo that. Once you're done with that, you can add another soundtrack. This is what it means. So you can add up to 50 soundtracks. So let me add another soundtrack. Let me add another one. 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 So underneath these parts here, you can actually add up to 50 soundtracks. So it means you can go from one page with a particular soundtrack to another page with a particular soundtrack. This is what I mean by that. So if I drag this video here now and I take it to the first page, I move it here and I say, okay, I want that to stop there. For this, I drag this and I say, okay, this I want it to start on the second page and I want it to stop here. And for this third one, I want it to start from here and then to end where the video ends. So let's look at what that sounds like. Again, before I continue, let me quickly reduce the length of my video. So I'm going to drop this to 5 seconds instead. And this 14 seconds, I'm going to drop it to... This 40 seconds, I'm going to drop it to another 5 seconds as well. Okay, so this is 5.2 here. So let's play that. Let's see what that's going to look like. Now, notice something. The moment I adjusted the timeline, all the soundtrack that we had, everything kind of disappeared. I don't know, maybe that's a bug on Canva's side, but that shouldn't actually have to adjust my soundtrack, because what if I did that soundtrack for something specific and now it's disappeared? So I think that's a little bug there that we'll probably need to investigate. For that, I'm going to add a soundtrack here, and then let's listen to what this sounds like. So for this, I'm going to cut this here, move it back here, and then let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, that's nice. That kind of switches between different soundtrack, which is a good thing. Another option on that soundtrack is you can actually adjust your soundtrack. You can move the parts you want to listen to, so you can choose the parts that you want to listen to. So you don't have to play the entire soundtrack And the same way you do all of those adjustments on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, you can also do that right here. All right, let's move on from there. So we've talked about accessibility captions. For accessibility captions, I'm not sure if that option is available to me yet. Okay, so it's available for education. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so it means if you have a video, you can actually turn on captions for that video automatically in Canva. That is a feature that I really, really like, because as someone who uses a lot of Canva to make videos, for example, if I come under uploads here, you will see a lot of audio soundtrack, that are audio voiceovers that I've uploaded. So for example, the world, but now the machines have taken over your job. What do? Don't worry though, before a new general purpose technology completely takes over productivity, it usually takes years. It doesn't happen overnight. You see that? So imagine I have all those my voiceovers inside of Canva. Now I must mention here specifically here that how I did all of that is I did all my recording and then I uploaded them to Canva. So that's basically what I did. I recorded and then I uploaded to Canva. So if you want to ask, I've kind of told you now that that's what I did. I recorded my audios, uploaded them to Canva, and then I create, just to give you a little bit of inkling on what I mean here. So let me go to home. Let me show you videos that I've had to do lately. So I need to go to For You. And then let me scroll down, and find those my reels and show you how I create them. So this is my video. These are my reels. So this is how I create all those black and white videos that you've been seeing. I actually create them from beginning to the end using just Canva. If I come to, I think I should actually be able to find some of those complicated ones. There are those, yes, this is one of those complicated ones. So let me use this one. All right, so I'm going to play this video here now, and please listen. Done is better than perfect. Go ahead, write that messy first draft. I'll take that clumsy first shot. Embrace the process, and who knows? So you can see I created all of that video right inside Canva. This is the soundtrack this is the audio that I used. That will be under upload, under audio. I have procrastination, where it's done better than perfect. So that should be Ida Frog. Actually, your most important task. Okay, I think it should be, where is it again? Is indeed a way of avoiding discomfort. But you can see that those are my direct voiceovers here. Let's be honest, adulting is tough and we all deserve a break. So how did I put them together? You can see that right under this timeline here. I kind of layered the different soundtrack, one on top of the other. That's how I did that. And yes, it takes a little bit of creativity, but it's pretty simple. Let me play the video so that you can see what I'm referring to. Done is better than perfect. Go ahead, write that messy first draft. I'll take that clumsy first shot. Embrace the process. Wait, I even need to be sure that this thing is actually working. That's how I did that. And yes, it takes a little bit of creativity, but it's pretty simple. Let me play the video so that you can see what I'm referring to. Done is better than perfect. Go ahead, write that message first. Okay, I just needed to be sure that the audio is getting to you so that I'm not just the only person listening to the audio here. All right. So if you're getting anything from this live stream so far, please drop a comment right now. Let me know that you're getting something from this, at least just to be sure that this is meaningful to you. We are first looking at videos before we start looking at graphics, social, and all those branding elements. All right. So let me have your comments, please. And who knows, you might just accidentally create a masterpiece. So that's how I made that video. Done is better than. I still have lots of them behind here, actually. So if I zoom out, you will see that there are lots of videos that back here. Even the most recent, which is the one about procrastination. Time, it's about you. It's a survival instinct, not laziness. Research suggests that procrastination is indeed a way of avoiding discomfort. So you can see this is how I make those videos. Now let's move from there. Accessibility captions is not yet available to me, but if you want to access captions, if you want to add captions to a video, let me show you a little trick that you can use to add captions to a video. So if you add a video here, so I will need to use a video that has my voice. So let me look for a video that has my voice. But now, so this is a video this is one that has my voice. So let's play. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. I'm going to take this audio. I'm going to bring it back to this page. Let me create more pages here. And let's play. An entire generation is studying for jobs that won't exist in the next 10 years. Imagine you're a writer and you've written about machines taking over the world. But now, the machines have taken over your job. What do you do? Okay, so now that I said that, let's look at how to use captions. Now, the ways you will want to use captions will be to... Let me try something. So let me try something to be sure that it works the way I'm thinking it will work. So let me add this here.
Midsummer Mothers reminds us that support is crucial during...
This is an AI-generated video that I did using my face and my audio. So I'm going to select this here. What you will do is come to Apps, type Caption. You will see this quick app here. Click on Use. It's going to tell you Use. Then it's going to say Get started by connecting your account. If you click on this Connect, it's going to pop something up on your screen. And it's going to say that you should log in or you should sign up. So it's going to say you should log in. But what I would recommend is if you've never used it before, basically just sign up. Oh, I did not share my screen. Sorry, I did not see that. I was not sharing my screen. You see, that's why it's good to leave comments so that I know that that is not currently being shared. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that. If you want to add captions to a video, what you do is come to Apps here, type Caption. You will click on this here, and from this quick, you will see this Connect. If you tap on Connect, it's going to actually load this window. So it's going to load, okay, so it's a pop-up. Right now, you cannot see it. If I have to show it on my screen, I'll have to do a little bit of adjustment to show you what it is. So let me do that. Let me just adjust that for you. This is it right here. This is what you get to see if you actually tap on that. If you actually tap on that, this is what you get to see. So what I'll do is if I'm going to change that so that you can see my actual screen. So this is my actual screen. So this is it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new account because I've never used this before. So I'm going to create a new account and I'm hiding my data from your screen so that you won't see me creating an account. So I've basically just created an account now. Off the top of my screen here, there's no pop-up, there's nothing that changes. So it's basically just looking at me. So I'm going to click on Connect again. And this time around, there is no login, there is nothing. So you can see now it has loaded this part here. Now, what does this do? I don't know. So let's click on it. So let's see if this will actually work. It's kind of adding that to my video. So let's see how that works. Now it's kind of stuck. So let me refresh my page. And then you'll see what I have on this file here. So you see, this is the video file that I just added. Now it's not working. So, but again, that will probably be how you can add captions to your video. If you want to create a video like this, if you want to create...
Midsummer Mothers reminds us that support is crucial during challenging time.
So I'm going to add, let me add an audio setting here so that you will be able to hear what's going on my laptop. So let me add a little bit of audio here so that you can hear the audio coming from my laptop. I hope that this is actually meaningful or useful to you in any way. So I've turned on the audio, so let me play that.
Be there for your partner when they need you the most. Show empathy, provide a listening ear, and offer encouragement. Remember, just like in Midsummer Murders, navigating relationship challenges requires effective communication, conflict resolution, and unwavering support.
Okay, so that is this voice over this AI created video here. How did I create that? I simply used this new feature here called DID AI presenter. So how did I do that? Very simple. If you click on this DID AI presenter, you'll see it says connect. Again, because they are all external apps, they will always require a little bit of verification to be sure that you're the one that is using that account. So if you click on connect, it's going to pop up a new window, and it's going to literally just use your previous. So you will create an account with them. Once you create an account, it's going to establish that connection. Once it establishes that connection, if I click on connect here, it's going to show that it's now logged in. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning. So apps, click on the DAID. It should load. If it doesn't load the first time, so simply click out and then come back in. This is where I used my picture here. So if I want to use a different picture, you can literally just type what you want here, choose language, and choose English coming from different countries. So for example, if I want to use Nigeria, I can use this Nigeria here. I should reshare my screen. Which part of my screen should I reshare? So which part of my screen should I reshare? So let me pick an image from my laptop here, or let me see if I can find an image from any of the uploaded sections. So, so please repeat that for me so that I know what you are referring to. You said I should reshare my screen. Which part should I reshare? So let's pick somebody that is not in this meeting right now, but I can use this image. So let's use this person's image. I've uploaded, oh, the image is too large. So again, that's another restriction. Your image needs to be a certain size. It must not be more than 2 megabytes. So let me use this particular picture. Let me find a picture of myself that I can use. So let me use a picture of myself, this one. Let's see if this will actually work. So right now I'm uploading a video. You can see here it says, yes, I've uploaded a video. So let me just type this here. Welcome to this live stream, everyone. So let's just say, hey guys, welcome to this live stream. We are talking, so you can talking about Canva new features. So we are talking about Canva new features. Now, if I choose English, I can choose the language. So here I'm going to choose English Nigeria, and you can choose whether you want to use Ezine or you want to use Abio. I believe Abio should be male because Ezine is usually a female name. So let's preview speech.
Hey guys, welcome to this live stream. We are talking about Canva new features.
Fantastic. So I'm going to click on Generate Presenter using my image. So I'm going to select, make sure you select your image here, because if you don't select your image, it's going to pick any of these images randomly. And you can see here that there are more, so there are a lot of options that you can use. Personally, I will not use any of these images. Why? Because these images will probably be used by someone else. So to make yours unique, what you can do is simply use your image here and then click on Generate Presenter. You will see the image, you will see the video generated on my screen here. So you see it's still loading, it's still loading, it's still loading. It says you have 14 credits left. By the way, this credit here, you will need to go subscribe inside DID in order to make that work. Now, once it generates that video, it's going to add it to your uploaded video here. It's supposed to add it to your uploaded video here. So you can see it's added it to your uploaded video here. Now, if I tap on this, if I click on this video and I click play right now.
Hey guys, welcome to this live stream. We are talking about Canva new features.
You can see how twisted that looks, because the head of the person talking is not actually facing front. So you have altered that. This is another
Midsummer Mothers reminds us that support is crucial during challenging times. Be there for your partner when they need you the most.
Can see that's a lady speaking with a.
In the word of Midsummer Mothers, relationships are tested, secrets unravel, and challenges abound.
So you can see that's basically how to use AI voices to create videos within Canva. All right, that's not something. I'm not sure if Canva actually put that on that list. I think they actually do as one of those apps. Now you can now publish and schedule posts to LinkedIn. So you can literally just come here. So if you're the type who's very busy, personally, I've not used a lot of scheduling of posts to go out on social media. I was running 75-day challenge, and in the last couple of, I was running 75-day challenge, but in the last couple of weeks, it's not been easy for me to maintain that. So I'll probably start using Canva scheduling so that it helps me to, so that it can help me go between, so that it can help me go be. I'm trying to also adjust something here. So that it can help me share, so that it can help me keep on schedule with my videos. But I don't know how it's going to work. So, because I've not tested it yet. But I believe it should be able to function fine. So let's get back to our screen. Let's continue with our screen here. All right, so if you come back to your screen, to schedule posts in order for you to go at the time it needs to go out, if I click on this here, and let's say I finish making these videos, and I say I want to start from this page, what you can do is click on share, and come to more, and you will be able to see some. Try to scroll through to find the schedule. Okay, good. So apparently it's a pro feature, but you'll be able to schedule your post. So you can schedule it to go out at 6:39, which is in about 1 hour time. If I click on next, it says select a channel. You can see my Twitter is already connected. Select video, so I can select that I want it to go out as an MP4 video. And you can see these are all the pages in this video. So I can select the number of pages 1 to 50. So I have 50 pages in this video. So I can select page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8. I can select those, and let me see, I can click on done, and then you can add a caption. And let me see, if you save as draft, what happens? Your draft has been saved. So if I click on content planner, you get to see it on a calendar. That is how scheduling of posts works. You see, this is the post here. Reels and Shorts, mobile video 1080 by 1920. So now you can see the video is here. I don't know if it's going to go. Okay, so it happens to have turned it into a video. The other part I don't know is if it's actually going to go out as an actual video. So let me do this. Let me save and schedule. Save and schedule. Let me change the time. Let me make the time. Let me make it 5:40. So instead, let me make it 5:48. No, let's make it 43 so that it goes out while we are here. Then save and schedule. So that I'll just open up my Twitter and then I'll see whether it goes out, how it goes out or not. While it's loading, let me open up my Twitter so that in case it goes out, I can also go and turn it off. All right. Now with that, let's move to the next thing. By that, you can now publish and schedule to LinkedIn. That's the new feature. Not necessarily the fact that I'm doing Twitter. I'm just trying Twitter here because I've not actually scheduled before. Now, when it comes to new presentation and whiteboard feature, there are a couple of new features that has been added to Canva. One of them is you can pan and zoom in presentations. Now, let me play this and see what that means. So if you click on this, you can pan. So this is it right here. Okay, so you can actually pan and zoom on. Okay, I think that's. So let me refresh this. Let me refresh this so that it will probably pick 543, right? Let's look at our content planner. 543 is still loading. So I don't know, but it's still loading here. So it's still not. And I'm on a very good internet service. So I am sure that that is working fine. So by the way, if this is meaningful to you, please share with me in the comments. Let me know whether this is helpful or I'm just speaking Bangladesh, so to say, or Bangladesh, so I'll pronounce this correctly so that you won't think I don't know it. So please let me know if this is useful in any way. All right, so now let's go back to that content calendar. Nothing here. Now 543 is already here. So nothing here as well. So there's nothing here as well, just to be sure. Oh, it actually came. See it here. So see the video. Let's play the video.
Perfect. Go ahead. Write down. Done is better than perfect. Go ahead. Write that messy first draft or take that clumsy first shot. Embrace the process. And who knows, you might just accidentally create a masterpiece. Done is better than perfect.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Actually, I'm very surprised that it actually worked. I'm very, very surprised.
Go ahead. Write that message first draft.
So you can see, now I can automate my social media posts. By the way, let me delete it from my profile so that it doesn't confuse people. So I've just deleted that. So you can schedule posts, which is very, very good, especially for you if you are busy. You can literally just schedule all your posts to even go out on LinkedIn. All right, so there's a view-only editor. So that is, what this means is that you can make design sharing more consistent. Users with view-only permission will be able to view Canva designs within the editor and will have access to features such as live updates and downloading. So, all right, so please share with me. Let me know if this is meaningful in any way. All right, so moving on from there, let's look at the next update that we have here in Canva, which is anonymous collaboration. What that means is even if somebody does not have a Canva account, I believe that's what it means because I've used that in other tools before. If somebody does not have a Canva account, they can still jump on the same file. So if you click on share now, and the same way I click on edit, anyone with this link can edit the other time. If I share that, if you actually jump on the link in the comment, this particular document, if you jump on this link, even if you're not logged into Canva, you can actually work on the document with me. That's what that anonymous collaboration, that's what I think it means. It says users can now access a design and make changes to it without a Canva account. Okay, you see, I am actually correct. So logged in users can invite anyone to collaborate anonymously, which is actually a good thing because sometimes you're working with people and they don't have a Canva account. And somehow that becomes challenging for them because there's no way for them to actually tell you what they really want to do from the file that you're working on. So this is a good way to make that very, 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 this is actually a good way. So I like that. I like that. I like that. So let me. So I'm trying to do something here. So I'm trying to switch between my windows here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I'm trying to. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to switch away from. Anyway, let me leave it for now. We'll come back to that. I wanted to show you something, but I would need to switch from window to window to window to window in order to be able to do that. All right. So again, if this is helpful in any way, please share in the comments. Lufemi says that reshare your screen. I'm still trying to understand what you meant by reshare your screen. So please, if you're there, please let me know what that means. Now, under whiteboard, you can now do sticky notes with names. By that, under whiteboard, you can now do sticky notes with names. So let me go to File. Let me create a new design here. Let's create a new whiteboard page. This is a new whiteboard right here, loading here. Now, this is available for free, for Pro, for Teams. So if you come to Elements under Canva, you can drag in a sticky note here. And this is the name. You can right-click that. So you can select this, and then remove your name. Or you can come back here and turn on your name. That is what this literally means. So it means you can work on a whiteboard with multiple persons. And by the way, I do a lot of sprints. I do a lot of brainstorming using Canva. And I use this whiteboard feature a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean really, really a lot. There are a number of things that I use Canva for, especially when it comes to brainstorming. I kind of plan out things directly inside Canva and put them there. Now, there's a new feature in Whiteboard, which is lines with text. Let me show you what that means, because I have a separate tool and I understand it from a separate tool. So you can see how this is, how I created a new line from there, how I created a new sticky note from there. Now I'm going to click on this and I'm going to disable quick flow. What you will see now is there's no way for me to create another note. I'll have to click on this duplicate here in order to create that. So if I turn this on, if I enable quick flow, I can literally go plus, plus, and it's going to keep populating my screen as I'm clicking on that plus. Now, the lines part, this is what that lines part mean. If I select this shape here, so let's say I type, I want to make this a little more interesting for your eyes. So let's say I type Dio here. If I click on this quick flow, you see that the quick flow is turned on. If I click on disable it, it's going to go away, so I'll not be able to see it again. But if I enable quick flow, if you click on this here, you can say Samuel here. So you have this line connecting these two shapes. What this means is if you are working in Canva, you can actually add text in between the lines. So you can actually double click this. Maybe let's look at it again. Let's look at it again. So how does that work? How do you utilize that? Add the text to lines by double clicking on the line. Note that you cannot add text to elbowed lines. Create linear. Okay. So I think I understand why that did not work. So I need to turn it back to a straight line. And then I can double click. I've double clicked. It's not working. I've double clicked. It's not working. I've double clicked. It's not working. So maybe there is something that is still going on. So it has to be a straight line. Okay. So now, okay, it's working. So connector. So this is it right here. So you can see it here. It's actually working. So you can use this to connect them, but it has to be a straight line. So the reason why it didn't work before was because if I click on this and take it here, this line needs to be a straight line. So you have to switch this to a straight line. It cannot work for an elbowed line. So right now it's an elbowed line. Even if I double click it more than that, it won't work. But the moment I switch it back to a straight line and I double click that and I type anything here, you can see it's literally working. So that's a new feature. Actually, again, many of these features, this is the first time I'm using them on this stream. So it's not like I've used them before. It's not like I've interacted with many of them before. I just read through the document, but I really did not use them. Now, another thing that is also available within Canva now is that if two of us are actually working on a document, you can select the name of the person up here and you will be able to follow the person on screen. So if the person zooms out, goes to another side of the screen, your screen will automatically follow that person. Now, let me just make this a little bit interesting for you. So I'm going to take this file. I'm going to copy this file here. So let's say anyone with the link can edit. and then I'm going to open it up in a completely different tab on a different screen. So this is opening up in a different tab on a different screen. Now what I want to do is, so I can't join as two persons, I can only join as one person. So I'm going to try something here. So let me move this here. You can see my name on screen, but if it were to be two different persons, you can literally click on the person's name and it will follow the person's screen. So anywhere the person's mouse moves to, your screen will literally follow that person. That's what this means. A way to demonstrate that to you will be to switch between my Canva account. If I switch between my Canva account, it will actually affect this. So let me go to an anonymous window. Let me try and go to an anonymous window. Let me see if an anonymous window will actually work. Okay, good. You can see now that this is what I'm in initially. Let me switch my screen so that you can see what I meant earlier on when I said that you can now use screen, you can now use a different stuff. Okay, so you can see here. All right, so this on my screen here. So let's have this on my screen. So a lot of scattering have happened to my settings here because of what I just showed you. So I'm going to need to correct things here. So just please give me a couple of seconds. Let me do the many corrections that need to happen. So for this, I'm going to close this. That means I can select this. Then if I come back to this screen, so this is this here. This is this right here. Everything else on my screen has kind of reset, so you may not be able to see my screen anymore. A lot of things have reset here that I'm trying to now fix. Phew. Man. So for this, I'll have to change it back to this, and then hopefully, and then hope that that can work. So I need to, so, okay, it appears it's working now. Okay, it appears one is working. So I need to select this. Okay, it's working. Okay, so at this point, you can see me back on screen. A lot of things I've adjusted. So now I'm going to click on stop following that. So that's what that means. Now, let's also look at another one, remote control in the Canva app. I do not have a Canva, I do not have the accounts. I actually have a Canva app here, but I don't want to switch my screen because of what just happened now. So I'm going to leave that without having to switch my screen to a different device. But what it means is if you have your Canva account as, if you have a presentation, you can control your presentation using the Canva app on mobile. So you design your presentation in Canva, you have it on screen, you can open your presentation on your phone, and then people will be able to, you can use your phone to go next, back, next, back. Personally, I use a prompter. I use, there's something I use, it's called, I've forgotten the name now. But I bought it a long time ago, such that anytime I go for any presentation, anytime I'm doing a training anywhere, I'm speaking anywhere, I simply just hold that in my hand. So rather than waiting for the person to say next, 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 I'm not waiting for people to say next. Instead, I'm controlling it myself. That is something that I do. And now that you can do that within Canva, so with the Canva app, you can literally just do that. All you need to do will be put your screen in, share your presentation, let it go on screen, then open the file on your desktop or your app, and then you can switch to remote. I wish I could actually show you how to do that, but I cannot do it because now that my screen just reset and I just set this back up, I don't want to go through that stress again. All right, so from that, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Forward. Okay, so moving on from here, for this is about empowering the world to design. Teachers can join or create a school in Canva, which means you can now bring students together within your Canva account. That's an edu feature. Many of us are not using edu yet. Then there are 8 new Canva apps. So one of them is this DID AI presenter that I just showed you. The other one is dynamic QR codes. For these, I've actually used this before. I used it for work. I used it to generate a QR code. So what that means is, let me show you what it means. And we're going to do it on this whiteboard. So you'll come to apps here. Simply just type QR and then press enter. You will see all these different QR codes. The particular one, this is the regular QR code in Canva. This is the regular QR code. That's not the one you want to use. What you want to use is this dynamic QR code. What it does is, even if you change the URL of the QR code, the QR code will not stop functioning. That's what that means. I've used it in a different service before. I've used it somewhere else before ever coming to try it in Canva. I've actually used it in a different place before. And then when Canva introduced it, I quickly jumped on it and tried it and saw that, okay, the way it works is you will basically so what you basically do is, if you click on use here, it's going to tell you to create an account. Once you create an account, it says connect your account. Now I'm going to try and connect my account here. It's supposed to pop up something on my screen for me to connect. So I'm going to click on connect. Now the pop-up is here. It says I should log in. So what you do is, to show you how it works, I'm going to go ahead and log in here. So I'm going to log in here. So the challenge is, I don't want to, so let me do something here. I'm trying to log in here. That's what I'm trying to do. If I continue with this here, that means I'll have to put some things on screen. I don't want to put that on screen. I will have to also switch between windows. Okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and create that for you so that you can see what I'm referring to. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to choose this. So I'm going to log in now. It should be able to connect now. So let's click on connect. Connect. So you can see now it's logged in. So if you click on connect and it doesn't work, what you simply do is come back to apps, click on it again, then it will probably reload. So you can see this is it right here. It's reloaded. Now I'm going to pick my YouTube channel as a link. So let's pick this YouTube channel as a link. Let me come to this part here. Let's say my channel. So let's go to channel here, and then I'm going to select this link. I'm going to click on back because I'm done with that link. I just needed that. Just there to copy that. Then I'm going to come back to my file, and then this is the link. Simply paste the link here. Choose your colors. For me, my colors are AA1234. Those are my colors. Do you want to use circle or do you want to use? So you can have a circular QR code. You can have a square. I like square instead. I'm going to click on these options here. You can add your logo if you want to add your logo. So I'm going to upload my logo here. So let me upload a logo here. Let me upload a logo here. I'm trying to find the file. So let's say this is the logo. So let's upload this logo here. You can see it on the center right here. Can you see that? So this is the logo right here. Now, what is the border size? You can have small border. You can have large border. Personally, I prefer a small border. You can choose the patterns whether you have squares, or you want to have circles, or you want to have original, you want to have diamonds, you want to have triangles. So you can see this is triangles, are triangles here. For me, I want to use squares. So then now add to design. If you click on add to design, you see it right here. It's added to this design. What's the difference between these and the previous QR code? Now, this is what it means. If I come to elements here and exit that, if we come back to dynamic QR codes, what you get to see is, you see the options are not here, right? If you click on this here, if you click on under uploads, you see that it did not actually upload it here. Now, if I were to use the regular QR code, so if I were to use this regular QR code and I click on use here, all I'll just do is add QR code and then probably just customize background and foreground. So background, I want to use AA1234. And then foreground, I want to use a white. And then margin, I can say, okay, maybe margin is 2 or 1. And then I say generate QR code. Now see, this is the difference between the two of them. This is the regular QR code. This is the dynamic QR code. Now for this dynamic QR code, I'm going to do a little bit of something for you here to see why it's dynamic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this dynamic site. So this dynamic site, this is the site here, overcode. So I'm going to right click and go to overcode. And you can see now I'm logged in. You can see here, if I click on this file here, you can edit the QR code. So you can edit, if I choose, I can change the URL that this QR code will go to, and the QR code will continue to function even after. So this works particularly when you've published the material and the link for that material has kind of changed. You can come back inside your file here and use that. Of course, it's basically, if you check here, analytics, it also shows you analytics, how many people have clicked on, how many people have scanned the QR code, how the locations of the different people who scanned the QR code. So let me do that here. Let me open up the file. I'm going to scan the QR code from my device here. Now I've scanned the QR code. And right now, it's taking me there. Now I'm going to refresh the QR code here so that we can see the data. You can see the data here. Now it says upgrade to enable location tracking. But you can see it says Chrome Mobile iOS because that's the device I used just now. Can you see how wonderful that is? Can you see that that is a massive upgrade from Canva? Now, and you can do that right inside Canva here. So it means you don't need to create 25 QR codes. You can basically create maybe 3-4 QR codes, and then you publish them. When the link changes, you come back, update them at your own pace. Now, another is this SharePoint. I don't use SharePoint, so it's not going to be useful for me. Then there is this Aqua DAM by Widen. So let's go to a video file. Let's go to a video file here. So let's go to our regular video file here. I'm going to delete this page. And then under apps, Widen. So let's type Widen. So this is Aqua DAM. What does it do? It brings your digital assets into Canva. My belief is that Aqua is a different setup. It's a different, so Aqua software company. So let's see. Alternative 100%. Nope, that's not correct. Go back. So this is choose Aqua for, so let's look at what Aqua does. This does not look like the, okay, yes, it's the correct place. Aqua DAM is the Widen collective. Same powerful DAM with new branding. I don't understand what you do right off the get-go. By the way, that's a very important thing. When you are creating a web page, the hero text, this text here, is very important. You should work with the mind of the person who is coming to your website for the first time, rather than for insiders. Because imagine the moment I landed here, Aqua DAM is the Widen collective. What does that mean? Same powerful DAM, same powerful DAM platform with new branding, plus exciting capacities for AI, search, and more around the corner. So what is DAM? If I search for DAM, what does it mean? Digital asset management. Oh, okay. So it's digital asset management. Can you see? Insider language. So that's a vital thing to always note when you're working on. It's also something that works when you are creating content too. Rather than creating content for insiders, create content with the mind that, okay, if somebody who has never experienced my content is coming across this, will they instantly understand what I am talking about? Now, moving on from there, flow code. Let's look for flow code. Let's see, where's flow code? So let's type flow code. Again, it's also for QR code. Add branded QR codes to your design. Drive and measure. So it's almost similar to the QR code we did initially. So then data pockets. So let's see, what does data pocket do? So let's go back, data pocket. Right. What does this do? Easily create designs using your product catalog. Okay, so that is, you've already uploaded your product catalog into data pocket app. Okay, so bingo cards. Interesting. We were working on bingo cards a couple of hours ago, so to say. So for this, I'm going to type bingo. Oh, nice. So you can actually, bingo card generator, really enter a list of words or choose from my examples, then generate a set of bingo cards for fun game. Select grids from 2x2 up to 5x5 and create as many as 50 different cards. Interesting. That is going to be something fun for those who like to do 30-day challenge, 20-day challenge for people to tick. That would be a really, really good one. That's my understanding of bingo as at this moment. All right. So let's look at cross-product capabilities. Now, Canva can work with Google Doc. Now, Canva can work with Google Doc. That is, you can now upload a file you created in Google Doc directly into Canva. Or maybe it's Microsoft Word. Now, I've been doing that for PDFs. I've been doing that for AI files. I've been doing that for SVGs. I've been doing that for PDF. So now that docs will now be imported into Canva, that will be something fascinating. For that, I am going to do a little bit of stuff here. So quick tip, if you type doc.new, it's actually going to create a new Google form, a new Google Doc for you. So DOC, that is doc.new, is going to take you straight to a new Google Doc if you are already logged into your browser, actually, especially if you are using Chrome. With that, if I click on this and say I want to name it Canva Live Test Document. So for this, I don't know what to write, so I'm going to basically rely on ChatGPT here to generate content for me. So no, rather than generate it in ChatGPT, let me use Canva Magic Write. So this is Canva Magic Write here. This is also another AI feature that Canva just released. A couple of, I think, is still fairly new, so it's not very popular, but it's something I have been using very well. So now, write this. I'm going to say, write an article on this subject. Okay, write an article about Canvas. No, let me write an article about Audacity to Lead YouTube channel. So write an article about Audacity to Lead. Press enter. Let's see what's going to write. Now I want to task Audacity to Lead. I want to task Canva AI to see whether it's going to. Interesting. So it says Audacity to Lead is a powerful platform that helps people become better leaders. It offers a variety of resources, including podcast courses and coaching to help individuals develop their leadership skills. One of the unique aspects of Audacity to Lead is its focus on helping individuals cultivate their own unique leadership style rather than try to fit into a predetermined mold. I don't know that about Audacity to Lead though. Through its podcast, Audacity to Lead offers insights and advice from successful leaders across various industries. And the podcast has kind of stopped, but the podcast is coming back soon. So if you want the podcast, give a thumbs up in the comment, by the way. If you want the podcast to resume, so let me just go ahead, format this, and let's just format it. Let's change it to a heading 2. Let's change this to bold. So now I've written this, right? So this is this document here. You can actually download. So download as either a Microsoft Word or a Google Doc. Now I'm going to first of all download it as a Microsoft Word. I'm going to download it as a Microsoft Word. So you can see it's downloaded right here. Now, before now, what I would have done would be to go inside Canva and then go to homepage and then upload. But there is a little bit of dynamics that have changed here. Rather than uploading this file, you can simply use a new Canva extension or a Canva integration to bring in that file without having to go all around the place. So in order to do that, what you simply need to do is come to apps. Under apps, you see productivity. For example, let's say productivity, you see Google Drive here. And it says keep everything in its right place with Google Drive. Add images straight from Google Drive and complete the cycle. So using existing design, using new design. But what I want to do is let me type Google Docs. So I'm going to type for you. I'm going to come back for you. I'm going to type doc. And you can see it doesn't show anything there. So I'm going to come back to this document here. It says I have an existing Google Doc. It's quickly easy with latest addition to imports. So it's supposed to be under imports. Simply upload your doc and start designing a beautiful Canva doc. So I'm going to go to home. For that purpose, I'm going to go back to home. I'm going to go back to home and I'm going to try and upload it here. So I'm going to click on upload and I'm going to go choose the file, that exact Microsoft Word version that I downloaded. And you can see now it's downloading, it's importing your file. Click on view, you can see the file here. And if I click on it right there, this is what I clicked on. I click on this file here. And what it did is to open it up as a Canva doc. I love this integration because it will allow me the option or the choice to move from, I can work inside Canva, take it to Google Doc, work in Google Doc, bring it back to Canva. That seamless transition is a huge boost for me personally because sometimes I'm working outside of Canva, creating content. Perhaps maybe you're even using ChatGPT or maybe using Google Bard and you export what you created in Google Bard, you exported it into a Google Doc. Then it makes it easy for you to bring it into Canva because now you can now literally just click on that and there's no graphics. So there's no graphics for this file. So this is not useful, but do you understand what's happening there? So that's basically how that works. Toolbar improvements. There are toolbar improvements. By that, the Canva says that they are more contextual. Okay, I've already seen that because what that means is if you select a file here, so let's say you select this toolbar, this is the option of that toolbar. So you can see alternative text. You can add an alt text and mark as decorative. Your selection doesn't add information to the content. So describe the content. So you can add alt text to your, all of these here are now contextual. So if I click on this here, you can see copy, duplicate, delete, kind of arranged. I think I understand what they mean now. This toolbar now is better organized because before it used to look a little bit scattered. But I guess they got feedback from us. Then enhanced folder permissions. I don't think I want to go into that right now because I don't use folders in Canva. But at this point, I'm going to come on your screen right now. And then I'm going to ask a couple of questions. How has this been useful so far? How has this been helpful? Now, quick one here is I'm going to use, I asked that people should submit their file for review if you want me to review your designs in Canva. At this point, I got one file, but the file is not accessible. So that's the challenge. I'll probably come back at a later time if I get more submissions, and then I'll do another live stream, and then I'll go through your videos on a live stream like this. I hope this is helpful to you. Again, I am Dio Samal, and I hope that this actually makes sense to you. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in another video.